Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again where we sit here on this wonderful platform and talk shit about wrestling. My name is the one and only Connor Clarkson, and in the opposite corner, we have got the founder and president of Mayhem Media, JD, and our guest at this time, it's only fair I put him in the big screen, Andrew Poletto of Popcorn and Whiskey. Boys, how we doing?
Fantastic! Thank you guys for having me on this morning. Yeah, I feel honored being in the center square, so to speak. So appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. That's where the guest goes. We want to make sure we highlight any guests we got, so that's why they get the big box.
Oh, I gotta keep a smile on my face and keep it going. Then I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. I got my picture up. I got my camera unhooked this morning. I was doing some computer maintenance and cleaning last night and forgot to have it hooked back up for this morning. So I have no camera for today, but that's just the way it is.
Right, should we just kick it straight off with WWE?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't have a visual for the storefront in here, so we'll shout that out a little later.
Okay, so first thing on WWE. The fuck happened in the Jade Cargill match?
That was, my God. You talk about an error big time. I don't know how what happened there. That was, I'm assuming you're talking about the ending. Yeah. What in the world was that all about? I mean, how does the referee just stop and say, "Oh, it's only a 2 count"? Well, nothing happened between the 0 and 2 count to make him stop. So, yeah, the whole wrestling world was a buzz on that one, and I think they recovered. Well, not so much the referee, but I think what's her face? Was it Tiffy? Yeah, Tiffy. She recovered good by doing that move of hers. What the heck is it called? The somersault move.
Oh, the prettiest moonsault or whatever it is.
Yeah, the prettiest moonsault. Yeah, she recovered and did that. So I'm glad she had the wherewithal to do that. But it wasn't necessary. What have you been hearing about it?
I mean, you've got a kick out at what I can only describe as 7.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was like 1, 2. Oh, we're just gonna fake a kick out. Yeah, that's fine. You forgot to kick out. Yeah, we'll carry on. No one saw that. There's not a million cameras in the studio. But and then you've got Jade Cargill literally getting sliced open.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it was the whole thing was just bizarre from start to, at least for me, it was from start to finish. I'm not a big, huge Jade Cargill fan. I think she's getting pushed way too much, way too quickly. I don't think she and it's nothing again. I don't know her personally. I just don't think she has the whatever the it factor is in there whatsoever. I did not used to like Tiffy, but she's growing on me a little bit. But I think she's also the WWE is on the downhill with her. They're sliding her away a little bit, not the they're not pushing her like they did before WrestleMania.
You think you're not a fan of Jade Cargill? I mean, I agree with you about getting pushed too early. I think she's still green, just like she was in AEW. She was very stiff and very green in AEW. And I do agree with that. I think she needs more seasoning, more time. So I think her pushes are happening a little too fast. I do agree with that. But you don't think she has the it factor?
Not right now. I mean, she has her looks are incredible. I mean, she has a body to die for. I mean, when
definitely athletic.
in the female bodies thing, that's the kind of body that I'd like to look at. I mean, I don't muscular, not muscular, whatever, but that's what I like. She has the look. Absolutely, she has the look. I think she could use a mouthpiece. Her promos aren't the greatest. She needs somebody in there to help her out.
Yep.
I think it would be, I always go this route that I put her in with Heyman, but she also is a little too green for Heyman at this point as well. I think
you're right too. I do think that she's a little green, and she does need some more time and some more seasoning before she's getting major pushed. But she's definitely going to be a world champion.
Eventually.
Yeah, but she should have went up the ranks a little bit differently than what she did.
There's some of that happening between the acquisitions between companies, WWE to AEW, and then the other way around. They tend to push somebody who maybe shouldn't be pushed right away just because they're a new acquisition. They want to try and put them over.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, with Jade, just keep her in the tag team shit.
I think that was probably the best.
What, with who? With who?
Just anyone. Just someone that's got experience to carry her just in case she fucks up again.
Yeah.
And was she the one injured by Nia Jax?
Yes, which we all know Nia Jax has got a record for being stiff.
Yeah. Who hasn't got injured by Nia Jax?
I know. I would not even get in the ring with her. How is she still an active wrestler? How is she still not being trained up? How is she still not in NXT?
You know what it comes down to? She's related to a bald bastard Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, nepotism right there for sure.
It's easy to say that all day long, but in reality, she has I don't want to say she has the look that WWE wants, but for a heel persona, yeah, that's exactly what she's a great heel, a female heel. No problem. But she's reckless, she's dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is not the first injury she's caused.
No.
I mean, there was Becky Lynch's nose. Like, I'm sorry, but how do you fuck up a worked punch? It's the basics of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you screw that up to the point where, don't get me wrong, the shot after the nose stopped bleeding was cool, but it was not the point. And it's like, there's been records of a lot of shit being stiff. Like, the one that I remember, Seth Rollins throwing Finn Balor into the barricade. That one was an accident, but with Nia Jax, is it an accident though? Because you don't make the same mistake twice. Or you shouldn't do.
Well, you shouldn't, especially at that level.
I don't think she's purposefully hurting people. I just think that she's stiff and she's dangerous and she's not as safe as she should be.
Yeah.
That's universal. I don't think anybody will disagree with that statement. I think that's so spot on accurate. Absolutely.
Yeah. And what about the if you don't mind if I pivot off that, Connor, I wanted the women's tag division.
I mean, the only tag team that's got something at the minute for me is Alexa and Charlotte Flair. Like that.
Charlotte. Be still my heart, Charlotte.
Absolutely. Hey, you know what, Andrew? We can finally, this is something we can agree on because both of our favorite female wrestlers are in a tag team together.
Well, one of them.
Well, no, my favorite. I'm an Alexa Bliss fan in the WWE.
Oh, okay. I know. I'm a Charlotte fan all the way through.
Yeah,
and through.
See, so that's what I mean. So we're on the same side now because they're teamed up. They're a tag team.
I would tell you this much: the WWE did a great job of pivoting with Charlotte because right after WrestleMania, when she came out looking to be the baby face, she was getting booed. They didn't know what to do with her at that point, and so they did a pivot with her. And from all indications that I see behind the scenes on the dirt sheets and everything else, she went right along with it. She says, "You know what? I'll do this. We're not friends thing with Alexa, and let me get my career back to where it needs to be." Well, because eventually they're going to break up. They're going to be a feud.
Oh yeah, I mean that's WWE's formula for the last 45 years is to put two superstars together. We were just talking about this in another episode, in the episode we just recently did about the missed opportunities of WCW. We were talking about how the WWE would put two superstars together and then give them all the gold. And that's how I see Charlotte and Alexa. They're two single stars that they threw together for a tag team. But of course, it's going to end, and of course, it'll end with them feuding each other, and then likely having some kind of match at a pay-per-view.
Well, will that last till WrestleMania though? Because the way it's looking, there's no indication of breakup, and something like that, I don't think it could be. It should be quick when it should be a build-up.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, honestly, I could see them staying together. I could see them having a tag team match at WrestleMania. I could see that being the WrestleMania match this year is still tagging. I could see them taking this out maybe next year for SummerSlam.
Okay,
maybe an ending match where you start breaking them up. Maybe at WrestleMania. Maybe you have something happen at the WrestleMania show that starts it, and then maybe you get the payoff match in SummerSlam.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, with that, if you go through them like slowly starting to break up, at Mania, you've got a SummerSlam singles match, and then technically for 2026, I had to remember what fucking year it was in then. I'm not doing good. We've only been in it for 10 months, Connor. You get with the times. Yeah, so if they did a one-on-one SummerSlam match, then they still carry on, and it could be Team Alexa versus Team Charlotte at 2026 War Games.
Oh, that's possible. That's possible. I could see them being at least in the War Games match. I don't know if they would each be the captains of the team, but I could see them like having them on opposite sides going into the War Games.
Yeah, because that'd be a long time to keep those two together as a tag team.
I think you would have to start the split up sometime, maybe Rumble or WrestleMania. I think is likely when you'll start seeing the cracks or the split start happening.
Yep.
Yeah, but then look how long they went for the Usos breakup.
Yeah, the Usos
that's different because they came in as a tag team. They weren't individual singles champions to begin with. They came in as a tag team.
And their brothers, and the WWE likes to keep brothers together as tag teams for a long time before they start splitting them up. Where else are we going, Connor? What else in the WWE?
Honestly, not much more happened.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that some of their shows are becoming extremely slow. We're not seeing a lot of wrestling.
Well, I think what we're looking for is dog shit.
The elephant in the room we're missing here is what about which is a horrible name, Vision or the Vision, whatever they're called, with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, the Bronze.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I know Paul Heyman's got the size, but I don't think he's just quite at the size of an elephant yet. I'm thinking more walrus. I'm thinking walrus. Maybe in a couple of years we see elephant, but right now I think we're still at the walrus.
You've been listening to Cornette, haven't you?
Yep.
Oh, man. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
I love listening to Jim Cornette. Don't agree with outside of wrestling, don't agree with him about anything, but I love listening to his analyst and everything that they talks about.
This
how
podcast gets me through a grueling session on a treadmill.
There you go.
there's not much about Jim Cornette that I like anymore.
Well, he's going to be inducted into Hall of Fame next year. I'm predicting it now. Him and the Midnight Express.
He certainly deserves that. I'm not going to
absolutely
say
they do
deserve it just because I'm not.
Since it's going to be in Indianapolis and he doesn't travel by plane much, and Louisville's hour and a half, 2 hour drive at the most to Indy, he's going to be there.
I heard that he's not actually. He doesn't travel. Does he travel by plane at all?
No, he hates it.
Absolutely hates it. I thought he doesn't even travel by plane at all. That's why he doesn't go to wrestling shows anymore. He's not doing stuff except for in his area because he doesn't want to. Who wants to drive that far?
Well, plus he's a big COVID guy still as well.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Now it just makes sense why I don't agree with anything he says about wrestling either.
Yeah.
No,
but they're doing the Bronze, or however you want to phrase them, the Vision, whatever they're called. I see them lasting through WrestleMania. That's a team that's going to break up. And here's my prediction: because they keep saying that Braun Breaker is the future of wrestling. He'll be main eventing WrestleManias, blah 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 blah. But they're not saying much about Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
And so eventually he's going to say, "Hey, wait a second here. Why can't I be part of this talk as well?" So that's something that something's going to give. I don't know how long before it does. And with Seth Rollins being there, then not there, then there and not there, that whole thing is lacking a little stability at this point. But those two as a tag team, I'm kind of digging them. But notice
they've got the size to basically fuck over anyone they want.
Yeah.
But it's just, where are they taking it at the minute?
Exactly. Who they, outside of Cody and his bunch of merry men, who are they going after? They're not going after the tag team champions. Who are the tag team champions right now? You know what? Because they don't put emphasis on it on the WWE.
Terrible. We'll see. That's what the problem was. I talk about AEW having a lot of belts and stuff, but the WWE is really championship overloaded as well.
Okay, here you go. The Wyatt Six, the WWE Tag Team Championship, which is I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
Finn Balor and JD McDonough, whatever, how you pronounce his last name. I don't like that guy at all. He doesn't belong anywhere near a championship.
I mean, I've seen him on the Indies. He's done some
familiar with him
on the Indies, but I mean, there's just not much to do with him at the minute.
No.
And it's the same with the Vision. It's like Seth brought Becky in for the Punk and AJ thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Becky's not done much with the Vision either. And honestly, right, this is going to sound weird the way I'm going to describe it, but the Vision just screams strip club. You've got the owner and his wife, the secretary, and the two bodyguards. The Vision is basically a strip club.
That's good. I like that.
I never thought of it that way. But they need to. I shouldn't say they need to, but they should bring in some sort of female for that club. But when you think about it, how many stables throughout history actually had women in their club? Not a whole lot of them.
I mean,
no, but it's becoming new practice now. It's becoming new standard practice to try and have a woman in every stable, and then you can have the women of those stables fight each other, or you can have mixed tags. AEW is doing it right now too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you've had what? Is it Candice LeRae that's been doing the stuff with DIY? Obviously, you've got Nikki Cross in the Wyatt Six. You've got Roxanne and Raquel in Judgment Day.
Yeah.
But then going back, you had China in the old school DX.
Yeah, but China was something different.
Yeah.
And women's wrestling was different back then than it was it is now.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's like we don't.
But even AEW, Marina Shafir is with the Death Riders. They're putting Willow Nightingale with the they're not really an official like stable yet, but they're starting to put another stable together, and Willow Nightingale is going to be in that. Julia Hart was in the House of Black, and then briefly with the Hounds of Hell before Buddy Matthews was injured, and then they had to pivot off that. So yeah, it's becoming more practice to put women inside stables.
And speaking of AEW, JD, take it away.
Yeah, well, I mean, since I was talking about Julia Hart, I'll talk about the Triangle of Madness first. The three, which is the remnants of the House of Black, and then the Hounds of Hell, and then now they took the three women who are left because Buddy Matthews is injured. He may not even be back. Buddy Matthews may be finished.
He's married to what's her face in WWE?
Rhea Ripley. Yeah,
Rhea. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but he might be done. His injury could be bad enough. He might be finished actually. So Buddy Matthews may not be back.
Yeah.
So they needed Julia Hart to do something. I'm not really a fan of the Triangle of Madness is great. I always thought that they should have had 3 women with the House of Black. They should have had a woman with each of the guys in the House of Black. So I think they're a little late to the table on that one, but the Triangle of Madness is a great female stable, and it's something AEW's tried before, is starting to do like female stables and stuff. Tony Khan's a fan. And I'm a fan too, especially of the same era that he was a fan and he grew up watching. And that was one of the big things in the 90s was stable warfare.
Yeah.
And I've always been a fan of that. WWE's never done it as super effectively. And I think Tony Khan, I think he's fan booking and he juggles people around a little too much. It seems like everybody has to be in a stable in AEW. There's almost... Name someone. I mean, you guys aren't as following AEW quite as closely as I am, but anybody who's watching this, leave a comment as to name somebody who's not in a stable or part of a tag team.
Tony Storm.
Very, very good. Timeless Tony Storm. And she's not, what's her name? The Japanese wrestler. I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now. Her and Tony Storm have been kind of doing a thing together.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Where it's Tony Storm she is the best woman wrestler, or at least the best woman performer, the best woman entertainer across the board. I don't care what company you're talking about. Tony Storm and her gimmick, Timeless Tony Storm, is the best women's thing going right now. There is nothing better than that in the women's world.
I would probably have to agree with you to an extent on that one. I don't watch her matches. I do watch some of her promos, and they're a little bit out there. She reminds me a lot of how Ultimate Warrior used to do his promos. You didn't know where the hell he was going with them, but they were memorable.
Yeah. See, I don't get the Ultimate Warrior kind of feel. I do get that they're out there, but I think that's the point. I think she's doing what she's doing purposefully. I think Ultimate Warrior just didn't know what to say. I think Tony Storm. I think Tony Storm's doing it intentionally.
Okay,
going way out there on purpose.
Why did they take the strap off of her?
Because it's time. She's had the belt. She only lost the belt for a little time. She was a 2-time champion over her reign, and she's held the belt for a long time. She had if you take both of her reigns and add them together, she could be the longest reigning AEW women's champion at the moment. If you take both of her reigns together, she's been reigning for a while. So I think it was time to probably take the belt off her. Plus, I think that Tony Khan's getting ready, or did he already? He might have already announced the women's tag division. They're going to be having women's tag belts.
Okay.
And I think Tony Storm and the Japanese wrestler she's working with right now, I think they're working on something, and they're going to go for the tag belts.
Okay.
So that's what's happening in the women's division.
What about what's her name? The CEO, Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, Mercedes Moné. I mean, listen. I don't have a problem with belt collecting. We talked about this in a little bit in our missed opportunities WCW thing about having a wrestler collect more than one belt or have multiple belts. So I don't have a problem with someone being decorated. Okay, Ultimo Dragon was the J Crown champion. He used to walk to the ring with 9 championships. Here's the difference. The J Crown was something put together by 9 companies on an international level, all well-respected, high up their companies across the world. They got together and decided that whoever was the J Crown champion would carry all these belts to whatever promotion they were going to work at. Mercedes Moné I've never even heard of some of the organizations that she is the champion of. There's one, it looks like it's a bar championship, Queen of the Strip or something like that is what it's called. I mean, that's not a belt. Those aren't belts. Those are just props. Someone once told me that wrestling belts were props, and I disagreed with them wholeheartedly because, and I don't want to get in, unless you guys want to talk about that, but these belts that she's carrying are props. They're not real. That's my only problem with that. Is this 9 belt Monet? Is that they're garbage belts. They're belts from independent organizations that she never is going to go back and defend them. She's going to mail them back to the person, or chances are the owner of the company just gave her the belt and said, "Hey, this will get our company some recognition. Here, you can be the champion for a while." So I think all her belts are just props. I don't think any of them are actually like real or legitimate, with the exception of the TBS title. And I'm sorry, but the longer she holds that, I think her holding the TBS title is lowering the prestige of that with those other fake belts that she has on.
Okay.
That's what I think about. I'm not opposed to Mercedes Moné. I think she's a good wrestler. I think she's good on the mic. I think this whole 9 belt thing with these fake championships are just it's garbage. You want to give her some prestige, or you want to give her some kind of gold like that? Give her the TBS championship. Give her the AEW Women's Championship. Give her the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. There's other belts you have within your organization you could give her and to help her build prestige, other than carrying around these toys. And it's drowning out the TBS championship. That's my rant on Mercedes Moné and all her 9 belts.
Yeah, and here's my opinion on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all good if you want like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, fucking 10 plus championships. As long as there's something, as long as it's a championship that means something, and it doesn't look like you've made it in your bedroom and think, yeah, this looks good enough to wear on national TV. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. Absolutely. Some of those belts look like they were made in someone's basement. So yeah, I agree with you. That's if the belts don't have prestige, then they just become props, and I'm not really a fan of that. I think the belts in the wrestling should mean something.
It's basically just free advertising at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So I got a question for you guys though. Who would you like to see other than who would you like to see dethrone Hangman as the champion?
Oh geez.
I'm kind of over Hangman as the champion.
He's because I'm looking at AEW roster right now, and it says he's been champion for 83 days, and before
I know
that,
it's only been 83 days. I'm so over him being the champion.
I don't know who else. I mean,
give it back to MJF, please.
MJF, Bobby Lashley, but they dropped the ball. From what I understand, they've dropped the ball so much on the Hurt Syndicate.
Yep.
But
see, that's the thing. Tony Khan gets these great ideas. He pushes these new people in the stables, and then he just stops. And then they just flounder. Oh, let's make them tag champions. And then what? Oh, they'll reign for 8 months. And then
take it somewhere.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not going to help you. So, yeah, I agree. I think the Hurt Syndicate has huge potential. I love Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley as a team.
Yep.
And I love MVP being their mouthpiece. I think that's a great team. I think you could have them run for another couple of years. You could have them together because you could have them run singles matches. You could have them win singles titles. You could have them go back to the tag titles. But see, that's what, like you were just saying, Andrew, they're already doing singles matches now. They're already not like re-challenging for the tag belts. They've already moved on. They're already doing another tournament or whatever to having somebody else go after the tag belts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and there's not real much story.
Yeah. I think when you have champions and they have a long reign, you can't just, they lose it and then they move on. That's usually never how it goes. You have to resolve a story. You have to finish it and then have it move on. You can pivot to something else. And that's one thing that AEW does lack is sometimes they have trouble giving us the payoff. Yeah. Why are we watching this? What are we watching it for? Other than great wrestling matches. Certainly, in my opinion, is AEW has the superior wrestling matches. They put on the better shows.
Mm-hmm.
But say what you want about the WWE, they have some better story. They do give you some better payoffs for those stories that they're telling than AEW does right now.
Well, I would have to disagree with you about that when it comes to wrestling matches, because every time I've tuned into AEW, and I'll admit I don't watch it religiously or regularly, but I do try to catch a lot of the clips on there. They're constantly using props within their matches. Every match seems like they're bringing in a chair or this or that. I mean, stick with the wrestling, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I agree with you. There is a lot of matches where they do something outside the ring. And I'm also, everybody loves banger matches. Certainly they have their place, but I am getting a little tired of the 12-minute high-paced matches where people are jumping off the ropes and everything. Give us a story inside the match.
A little what they call psychology is
Exactly,
business, right?
exactly. Yeah. And they have. I hope a lot of the guys, the veterans that AEW has, I really hope that they're trying to teach the young guys about that. Because when you watch, I'm sorry, and I hate this because I want to see the AEW guys, the AEW originals. I want to see them as the champions. They've been with the company since the beginning. They deserve to get that payoff. I don't care how low on the card they are. Anybody who was there at the beginning should be getting a belt run of some kinds. And I don't like seeing WWE guys coming in, getting these belt runs over some of the AEW guys. But, Edge and Christian, Jericho, they know how to put on the psychology of a match. FTR, they know how to put on the psychology of a match. They know how to make it unfold the right way and get you hooked into what's happening. So I do hope that those guys are teaching the indie guys, the young guys that they're bringing in too, about that. And that's about jumping off the top rope and getting the big ooh and ahs all the time.
Here's a off the wall question. I just thought about this because you mentioned both of them. Okay, who do you think? And I got two right on top of my head. Is two of the most underrated wrestlers of all time?
Of all time?
Well, of today. Of today.
Oh, of today? Okay.
Christian Cage, or whatever his name is, Christian for me, and Shelton Benjamin. Those two.
I'd put Shelton Benjamin in that. Definitely. He's definitely better than what they're kind of giving him and stuff right now.
He always has been. Yep.
Yeah.
And Christian.
Christian. Yeah, sir. I mean, Christian is Christian, man. He's who's a better heel than Christian? There's almost no one that can play a better heel than Christian. He is so good at that.
I'd say MJF is right up there.
No, MJF. Oh man, yeah, MJF is he's the future of AEW.
Yeah,
he's a future Christian. He's like a Christian in the making, is kind of how I see it. The way he does the psychology with his promos and everything that he does, I see some Christian in him. He's going to be able to play heel, play face. He's going to be.
He doesn't do a good face. He's not a good face at all. He's no.
You don't think so?
Not at all.
He plays a better heel.
Oh, by far, yeah.
He's a way better heel. But I think eventually he can go from. I think he's going to eventually be able to go from face to heel, and he could do it in the same promo. I think he could have people in the stands cheering him through the first half, and then if he wanted to, turn it and have them booing him for the second half. I think
that would be tough. I think that's extremely tough because he was not believable as a baby face, not at all.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, he was all right as a face, but he's definitely better as a heel. But I think he's good on the mic, and I think
absolutely, he's one of the best on the mic ever. Yeah.
I think he's only going to get better. So yeah, I think he's going to be one of the best ever on the mic if he keeps working the way he is. So, but underrated, I'd have to say, you know what? They're not on the AEW roster anymore. They're back with WWE and they're a tag team. But you know who I would say is underrated? The Righteous.
The Righteous.
Yep.
I don't even know who that is. The Righteous.
They're still in NXT at the moment on the WWE side.
Okay.
But they came in. I saw them in AEW when they signed into AEW, and I was a big fan of them. I like them. I think they have something.
Okay.
And other than that, let me think for a minute.
Connor, you've been awful quiet this whole time.
Yeah, Connor, do you have any? Who's underrated, Connor?
currently.
One that comes straight to mind, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
I can see that. He's pretty. I think he is. He's better than he's been showcased.
Oh, no question about that. I mean, he's one of the tops, in my opinion, one of the tops ever, because he's good from. I guess the term is fighting from underneath.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the best ever for that.
Yeah.
And he has probably one of the wildest rides in the WWE. I mean, for 1 year he was getting pinned by a giant a mousetrap at WrestleMania, to the next year being tag team champion at WrestleMania. How do you do that?
Yeah. Hey, you know what, man? Sometimes with the wrestlers, you just say when they want you to do something, even if you don't want to do it, even if it's something humiliating, even if it's something terrible, you embrace it. You embrace it. The fans will follow you. Look at what Saturn did with the damn mop.
Okay.
Oh
my God. Oh my God! I could have went the rest of my years not even thinking about that. Thanks for bringing that up.
Absolutely, that's what I'm here for. That would have buried anybody. But Saturn turned that and had the people over with it. So what? It just goes to show, if you embrace it, if you do it the right way, if you embrace it and just roll with it, it can work. Even some of the crappy stuff. And I'm gonna pick if I had to pick somebody else, another pick for an underrated person, I think Jack Perry's underrated. I think Jungle Boy Jack Perry has some skills, and I think he'll be a future world champion as well. If he can get past some of this, I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. I'm drawing a blank on it. The controversy and the stuff that's been surrounding him that got him into trouble and stuff with Punk and all that. If he can stay clear of some of that nonsense, I think Jungle Boy Jack Perry will be a world champion.
Okay. If you say so. All right.
I think so. I think his whole thing after him and Luchasaurus broke up the first time, I think some people made some bad decisions, or maybe he made the bad decisions, both with character, both personally and with character work. So
Luchasaurus, that's a dumb name. Sorry, it is.
You don't think you don't like it? Hey man, Jurassic Express, man, they're reforming in AEW right now, man. People are going nuts for it. Say what you want about them, they got the fans.
Okay.
It's almost as bad as the storyline from Elias and Ezekiel.
Hey, little fun fact for you. Did you know the theme music that Jurassic Express uses in AEW is the closing credits to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3?
Oh, okay. I'll keep that in my book of knowledge for late night bar trivia.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I do, man. I have a lot of those. I've been on your show giving you all kinds of weird.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, just remember, when you're on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I am your $1 million phone a friend.
That's right. You're on the list. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, Connor, I think we can get ready to close this out.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Let me tell everybody to hit the storefront, bonfire.com/store/Mayhem Media shop. Check out our storefront and pick something up. We have a bunch of new apparel. We got licensed to be able to sell Diamond Cartel, Austin Diamond, and Scott Diamond apparel. So make sure we have that available in the storefront now. So make sure you go pick that up. We have lots of designs, and we have so much stuff coming to the storefront over the next few weeks. So make sure you keep checking out the storefront and look for all the new, not just new products, but new designs and new products will be coming out over the next several weeks on the Mayhem Media storefront. And shout out to the Media Maverick, Michael Weldon, who could not make today's episode. I'm sure we'll see him in 2 weeks, and maybe we can have Andrew come back again in 2 weeks also, and do a
100%.
4-man.
Sure, anytime I'm available, I'd love to come on. It's fun being hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And we always need some extra voices here for the wrestling thing. Connor and I can get back and forth and drug down into the weeds. So it's nice to have a third person here that makes us think, all right, wait, we got to throw it to him, let him talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's good. Connor and I will
Otherwise,
sit
me
and
and
talk
JD could stay here for like 3-4 hours just talking shit.
and we'll get hung up on one topic for like 20 minutes. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you just being here gives us a little bit of a shake up so we don't get stuck into a back and forth or anything like that.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So, and make sure you go check out Popcorn and Whiskey. And
Popcorn and Whiskey.
I forgot to tell you the last time I was on your show, but I've decided that we're going to rename your show whenever I join you. It's going to be Popcorn, Whiskey, and Weed.
No, the weed.
Let me give that some thought. Let me give that some thought.
You're bringing the popcorn and whiskey. I'm bringing the weed.
Okay.
So yeah, make sure you go check out Popcorn and Whiskey. Andrew Poletto, go follow him. And he also has. You have your
health and fitness top fitness strategies. Yeah, look up top fitness strategies on any platform. You're going to see all kinds of stuff. Fitness over 50. Feel better, look better, gain some confidence. That's what we're all about. Yeah, and of course you do a little bit of financial stuff. A little bit. Now, I mean, I throw that in with the popcorn and whiskey. Yeah, great to do finances while you're drinking. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's 100%. Yes, absolutely. We all can agree with that.
Although I really wouldn't like to look at my finances once I've been back to the club.
Yeah. Once I build a logo for Andrew Poletto's Popcorn and Whiskey, then I will work on getting him a storefront, and then you can buy some popcorn and whiskey.
That's right.
Apparel as well. So either that, or you can just license us to sell it, as we're getting into that as well.
Good. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Absolutely.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Oh, Connor, you close us out. I'm not closing us out. You do it. This is your show.
It might be your company, but it's my show.
Yeah, exactly. You do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, my name is the one and only Connor Clarkson. I've been joined by the wonderful Andrew Poletto and the ever-growing president of Mayhem Media. Until then, peace.